morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is. Welcome to my show. And thank you for stopping by to watch the poker prediction experiment. 1 second. I have the phone plugged in today, and the cord was bugging me. But I once had the phone die while doing live, and I'm trying to avoid that. So, anyhow, what we're going to do is draw a card by asking the deck. This is the awesome deck of tarot playing cards designed by me. And more info about that in the description box. And we're going to draw a card asking a very specific question, then run the search that we ask about. And I just saw a card in the wrong direction. And then we will run the search and see if the card that we pulled, if our answer was the correct answer or not. And I've almost done 100 hands so far. It's my second to last day for the first 100. And then I'm going to take a little break from this portion of the experiment and potentially work on another part of it. So stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's get into these 5 hands of the day. Awesome deck. Please show me one card that will be in play in the first poker hand on the first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Thomas Marchese poker hands. Please show me one card that will be in play in the first poker hand, first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Thomas Marchese poker hands. Please show me the card. All right, 7 of gullibility. Love is blind. Something might look real good, but lead to a disagreement or broken heart. Let's see what happens. If you haven't watched previously, right now the results are, shall I say, borderline statistically significant. Oops. Hoping this actually shows a full poker hand here. Anyhow, we have drawn the 7 of hearts, gullibility, and we are looking for it to show up in this video, first poker video that came up according to the search that we asked about. And so far, with the 90 hands that I have drawn, I've had borderline statistically significant results, and we're just going to keep going to 100, doing 5 hands today, 5 hands tomorrow, and then take a break and see if we need to do more to determine. I think more would definitely be better because, yeah, okay, this is not going to show a poker hand, so that does not count as the first poker video because there's no poker hand. So we're looking for the 7 of hearts, and yeah, for it to be statistically significant, this test in the long run, we need to have about, say, 30% of the hands come out. Again, with the no poker actually shown. Come on, go back to somewhere so we can find some poker. We're going to want about 30% of the hands in the long run to come up with the card that we drew in order for it to be considered statistically significant, because that is about twice as often as one would expect it. I apologize for the horrid filming here, but that does count. First one that's actually showing a poker hand. So if I get 30% of the time, that is twice as often as probability expects a randomly drawn card to occur, and twice as often as what would be considered statistically significant in a science experiment. It would show that the two things are correlated, that asking that question and drawing a card does correlate with the event. And hello there, Giovanni. I hopefully said that correctly. Thank you for being here today. And let's try to give you a little bit of tarot reading for fun on these other cards while we looked for our Seven of Hearts. We have the Eight of Hearts, Eight of Spades, which is healing and relief, versus the Ace of Diamonds and the Four of Clubs. It's hard for me to see too. I doubt you can see it very well with this picture-in-picture view. But this is healing and relief, which really you would want to know what happened in a previous hand, because healing is about karma, who's owed some karma, who might have lost chips or received chips they didn't deserve in previous hands, and I don't know. And then we have opportunity and assistance. So I'm going to guess that whoever gets assistance was the one that deserved the karma. So we'll see what happens, though. I am looking for the Seven of Hearts. And unlike normal days, I am just going to try to sneak through this without following their video, because it is really, it's worse recording than mine. It was kind of jumping up and down. See how the computer is moving? I did not use a tripod. I can relate to such challenges and trying to make a video anyway, but yeah, it doesn't make for fun watching. So let's see. The flop came out. I can't see it still. They're going to show it to us on the screen. I hope so. Here we go. Ooh, okay, so we got exciting challenge, disruption, and triumph. And so I guess he's the exciting challenge, opportunity, looking for assistance. He's going to need a heck of a lot of assistance at this point to outdraw those trips. So I'm going to quickly draw through the rest of this. Forward through the rest of this and see if we get our Seven of Hearts. Doesn't look like it. I see two picture cards there on the Turn and River. Charm and Empowerment. Okay. So let's go back and log in. Hand 91. That's a no. And two people in the hand. Let's do another drawing. Again, thank you everyone who is here watching with me. I really appreciate you. And thank you for pressing the like button. All right. Awesome deck. Please show us one card that will be in play in the first poker hand, first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Igor Kurganov poker hands. Please show me one card that will be in play in the first poker hand, first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Igor Kurganov poker hands. Please show me the card. Queen of Assertiveness. You can catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Yo, yo, Shauna, welcome to the live stream. We're on hand number 2, and we are thankful to have you here. I'm thankful to have you here. I guess I shouldn't be speaking for everyone else. But I say the more the better. And feel free to, share some opinions in the comment section about whether or not you are seeing what I'm saying or not. I'm okay with you saying you think I'm full of hooey, but let's just try and keep it, at least semi-nice if that's what you want to say, and then we can just talk about it, So, we are looking for the Queen of Assertiveness, he has the King of Diplomacy and the Jack of Duplicity. Diplomacy implies taking a more safe, by-the-book, rule-based, GTO perhaps, approach. Duplicity implies the exact opposite. So, interesting one there. And we have the Queen of Empowerment and 7 of Gullibility. On the flop, Panic but don't panic. That's an interesting card. It means usually there's a logical reason to panic, but don't. Which, at this point, this person has a very logical reason to panic, and they've gone ahead to bet they're not panicking. And taken the initiative, which is the ace there, to charm, which is the jack. And they now have a pair of 7s, but are still behind. That's the 7 of persistence, though. So perhaps, it would appear, he is going to persist with betting. And he did. Down here, again, remember, diplomacy and duplicity. Exact kind of opposite meanings with charm. But good luck on the river. It has held up all of this panicking, that someone could have had a straight or outdrawn him with 2 pair is what it was apparently speaking of. There was no reason to panic. And he's still persisting and looking for good luck. I suppose the more good luck could arrive in the form of Kurganov folding the best hand. So, there's the fun little tarot reading of the day. We did not find the card that I was looking for, though. So, let's continue. Actually, let's just try and fast forward here and see if he does get that extra good luck of a fold on the river, or if he calls. Yeah, he calls and wins. So, good luck for him that the other guy decided to try and bluff and persist and go all in. See how the tarot reading can be accurate, but yet go either way? So it's really, the fact that tarot is accurate doesn't necessarily tell you the future. And that is one of the things that we're trying to show here. What I'm trying to show here. So, but that being said, I do think individually speaking, people can use tarot to learn about their life. I'm not sure why it won't let me click with my finger over there. And I have used it in poker sometimes. And I tell you to do that with caution. But I find it extremely fun and a great way to test my intuition and see if I am in tune with those messages. So, anywho, hand number 3. Let's do it. Awesome deck. Please show me one card that will be in play in the first poker hand on the first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Daniel Cates poker hands. Please show me one card that will be in play in the first poker hand, first poker video, comes up on YouTube when I search for Daniel Cates poker hands. Having trouble shuffling. Please show me the card. They just keep wanting to pop out, and I don't do pop outs in this. Okay, we got the King of Judgment to look for in this hand. And here we go. Let's go see Mr. Jungle Man. That is Daniel Cates, if you did not know that. Yeah, this one's got a count. It's gonna show a hand. Oops, we don't even do that right now. Okay. Oh, it's Almedin. Funny that it looks like it's online. So, this is the Exciting Challenge and 5 of Pomposity. That's actually a decent pairing if you're going to have the 5 of Pomposity. I don't often like the 10 of clubs either. Similar reasons. It can be kind of pompous to play. It can't just be an exciting challenge. But put together, it looks more positive, if that makes sense to you. Look how old young Phil Hellmuth is. Now, when I laughed about the king coming out, I have seen so many hands with Phil getting destroyed with kings. I don't know about you, but each of the court cards is paired with one of the horoscope signs. And I don't know what Daniel Cates is, but Phil Hellmuth is the King of Hearts. And it's pretty funny how often I see him, shall we say, ending up with a broken heart with the King of Hearts. Which is interesting because the King of Hearts is a sensitive character. The Cancer is sensitive, which is perhaps why he represents diplomacy and playing by the books, which is also funny because Phil Hellmuth does not really play by the books of poker. So, side note, ramble, fun thing for the day. Getting back to this. So, 10 of vapid achievement, which is an achievement that is erased. It is empty. It disappears as soon as it is achieved. So, that's not so super, but I don't know. It also can mean that he had the better starting hand, and the power of that was just erased. So again, these are like the more negative 10s out of the 4. Actually, 3 out of 4 are pretty darn negative in a way. But paired together, it kind of might reverse that. So, especially considering this means potential and proof in writing. So the proof of the potential has just arrived. The potential of perhaps the smaller hand that just erased the bigger hand's value. So we're now going to keep looking for the King of Spades. So we can go on with my study here. And number 3 of the day, number 93 overall or something like that. Oh, hey, speaking of 10s, that's the other 10 that I was, half forgetting about, saying it wasn't quite as negative, but, it really depends on which way you're looking at it. So I am literally tracking the 10 of spades and 10 of hearts in one of my spreadsheets, because the ace, 9, and 10 of spades are said to be the least lucky cards in the deck, and the the 10 and 9 of hearts are said to be the luckiest cards in the deck. So when there's many people involved in a situation that you're reading about, however, the least lucky card can be it's going to be very lucky for one person and very unlucky for another person if it is an accurate meaning, if the card meaning is accurate. And indeed, it's pretty darn unlucky for Hellmuth, who started out with the better hand and is now very, 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 very behind, but still throwing chips into the pot. So, last chance on the river to draw the King of Spades, which is what I need for my scientific experiment to show that there is some correlation in the cards in a scientific way. Giving you all this extra fluff on what all of the cards mean, though, because I think you can see with all the fluff that I am blabbing, even though it could be a bit rambly, that it does correlate with what is happening right here. So, the only chance Hellmuth has right now of winning is to empower himself by confusing the other player, which is interesting because he has empowerment and confusion, and Cates seems to be actually a little confused about whether or not he should call. But that seems to me pretty darn good, just pretending right there to make sure he keeps his opponent in. But, you know, he might want to be pondering what are the chances that his opponent could outdraw him and is going for a straight. And there is the chance that he had pocket twos or threes and is actually ahead with a full house. So, there are chances to confuse him. This 10 is one of multiple that I say may coincide more frequently with all-in situations or large bets, because it means the unavoidable barrier. Be a barrier or face the barrier. And yes, it is Phil Hellmuth. It's also Jungle Man Dan Cates from quite a while ago. Looks like 2017. And the 9 of Revelation on the river. What did I just say? All in situations. He just pushed all in. Which is funny because, he did confuse him out of the hand and become empowered by pompous behavior. Got his opponent to fold. So, very interesting hand. Seemed very correlated, really, but we did not find the card that we were looking for. So we will log that in as a no. 2 players in the hand. And 2 more drawings to do for today. Wow. Awesome deck. Please show us one card that will be in play in the first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Almedin I can't say his last name, Imnsirovic poker hands. Please show me one card that will be in play in the first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Almedin poker hands. Not going to butcher his name again. Please show me the card. Hey, that 10 that we were just talking about. Okay. Imnsirovic? Whoops. Make sure I run my search correctly. With the space and all. Why would that? Yeah. That's... Ew. Hey, look. That's me. Should we watch me right now? Why is that coming in? Oh, because I have his name in my description. Well, we may have to pick, how do I do this? I guess first poker hand, first poker video. It doesn't matter if he came in, if he played the hand, but I don't use shorts. I'm not going to do my own video, obviously. That wouldn't make any sense. We need to pick another name. These are like all shorts. Okay. I'm just gonna, let's see. I am gonna pick someone I haven't seen on there in a long time and go with that because, yeah, I want a hand that we haven't seen. Okay, let's see. Who do I have in my head? Okay, ready. Awesome deck. Please show us one card that will be in play in the first poker video. Comes up on YouTube when I search for Chris Ferguson poker hands. Please show me one card that will be in play in the first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Chris Ferguson poker hands. Please show me the card. Okay. Obsession. Hasty promises. All right. Chris. Hey, fingers. Cut it out. I was laughing at myself. Okay, he does. Isn't he Jesus, Chris Ferguson? Yeah, that is not going to be the one we need, one that has a poker hand. I'm not up to date on how he destroyed his legacy, though. I may have to watch that later. I just had the cowboy hat pop into my head, is why I picked Chris Ferguson, and I thought that was pretty funny. Oh, look, we get an even younger Phil Hellmuth. So, obsession and harsh truth versus good luck, supposedly luckiest card in the deck, and potential, lots of potential for luck to flip back and forth, perhaps, because there's harsh truth also out there. Let's see. And we have the little things, disruption and progress. Remember how I just said maybe luck back and forth? Well, luck has flipped on the flop, and I don't know, I'm just feeling it might flip-flop. With, he could, there could be two hearts that could come. There could be, there's a heart. There's also a straight, which he now has. The four of charity. He just received some charity with that bet on the flop. Now he's gonna, I thought I just saw a check. I guess not. He's gonna hope for some more charity there. I, however, would sure love to see the three of obsession to continue making some progress in my study. I made progress most days recently, but so far no positive draws yet today. What's with that? And yeah, 40,000 has been raised. Oh, look at me, missing the fact that he had two pair on the flop. I guess I can see why he, wants to play that pretty strong, now that I notice that. But if a flush comes, he's going to be behind. Lots of good luck. Ooh, all in, taking refuge in the harsh truth that he has just outdrawn his opponent. Only things that can save Ferguson are another 9 or a 2, which could come for sure. Remember the 9 of spades is one that I just said I also think coincides frequently with all-in situations and luck changing back and forth, like the 9 of hearts. 9 of clubs is, it's just about progress. Obviously, one player made progress to pair, and the other one made progress to straight and flush draw. When it came out, there was progress. People hit things. They did not completely miss the flop. So, there's the call. Who is the charity for? We're about to find out. Who was obsessed? Maybe? We'll see. I hope so. It would be dagger of harsh truth kind of a situation. Nope. That would be the 9 of, dagger of harsh truth, though. That's the other version. The 9 of revelation, stabbing him on the river. Luck flipping yet again. So, I feel like we're full of hands that correlate in meaning. However, technically speaking, on the scientific experiment portion, we are on no. Do you agree? Are you watching? Anyways, leave me a comment if you have some thoughts about that. I would sure love to know whether or not you agree with me that all of my blabbing crazy commentary does show that it is correlated. don't you think? All right, last drawing of the day. Awesome deck. Please show me one card that will be in play in the first poker hand on the first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Richard Yong poker hands. Please show me one card that will be in play in the first poker hand, first poker video, comes up on YouTube when I search for Richard Yong poker hands. Please show me the card. King of Confidence and Ambition. All right. Last chance to progress towards statistical significance of the day. Coming up. I don't know who Richard Yong is. Do you? Looks like we're going to have to go back to 2012 to find out. I picked these names from the all-time money list on Hendemot, so we know that they're big-name players. There's a young Patrick, and Jason Mercier, also young. Oh, King of Diplomacy and King of Judgment there. No King of Confidence. Oh, Daniel Cates has it. Is he going to call? Yay, that means I finally got one today. Confidence and intuition. He's feeling very confident that he can outdraw, but that's quite an outdrawing needed. Not that he knows his opponent hasn't dominated like that. But we also have clean slate and desire. Clean slate being one of the cards that I believe coincides more frequently with all-in situations, and I'm tracking for that reason. But it can also just mean a change of direction, a big turnaround. Interesting. Cates would raise and then fold after the re-raise, I suppose, because of the call, but still counts as having been played for my experiment, shall we say. Clean slate and desire, like I said, a turnaround, a change of situation. It could be a change in luck, such as he is getting closer to drawing his flush, or it could have been changed from, he was getting lucky or his hands were holding, and that's no longer true. So, again, I said before that this one and this one, 10 and 9 of spades, frequently coincide with big bets or all-in situations, I believe. But this is only a half pot. That's not exactly a big bet. It might feel like a bit of a barrier to one of them, but And 3 of deceit. He has deceived himself into thinking he can outdraw the kings and any other possibility that was happening on that board. So we did find the King of Confidence, and there were technically 3 players in that hand pre-flop. So that's where we stand for today. Yeah, well, that puts it at, I really would like to see all 5 come out as a yes tomorrow. It won't really be solidly statistically significant otherwise. 28% is considered statistically significant when there are 2 players in the hand, but we have an average of 2.25 players in the hand after all of these, so we need it higher than 28% to be certain that it is statistically significant. That being said, I probably won't stop at 100. I will just pause for now. And I don't know. What do you think? I think that making it to 26.32% is a lot higher than 17.5% that math would expect to occur. And very close to statistically significant. So still indicating that there is some correlation between the tarot meanings of playing cards, which have been used for hundreds and hundreds of years. If you did not know, both types of cards were first invented for playing card games. Both playing cards and tarot cards were first invented for playing games, and both started to be used for reading or divining messages around the same time, teaching lessons actually in general around the same time. So not going to go into that heavily today. If you're interested in more info on that, though, leave me a comment. I do know plenty more about that and have thought about making more videos about tarot history and certain interesting old decks that I have been looking at. So let me know if you want more poker info, more tarot info, more whatnot. I also have music videos, ambient music videos with my photography on my channel. So a little bit of various parts of me all over my channel. Hope you enjoyed today's drawing, and I hope to see you tomorrow for the final 5 hands of the first 100 in the poker prediction experiment. Thanks again for watching. Please do press the like and subscribe, and have an awesome day.